This episode of Reppin' the State Line podcast with John, George, and Josh is sponsored by the Broda Gaffney Group, powered by Epic Realty. The home buying process is stressful, especially when it's your first time. The Broda Gaffney Group is committed to giving you a stress-free experience while guiding you through the process from getting approved for a loan to getting the keys on closing day. Let their team give you an epic home buying experience. Visit sellingthestateline.com.
And we're back. Epic. Oh, you're still muted.
Dude, I was waiting for some reason. I know your daughter said epic, but I was waiting for her to just go,
Epic. Thank you for sponsoring this Epic. Epic.
I lost it.
Oh my!
We're back.
Goodness.
We're back.
And we have a new guest.
We have a great new guest.
Absolutely.
One of my all-time favorite people in the world. Danielle Angileri.
Is that gonna?
That was a good one, wasn't it? I had a good one. You have to make sure Mr. Erickson listens to that.
Yeah,
Danielle, the master of everything, the 25 under 25 or 30 under 30, right?
I think it was 40 under 40.
40 under 40, whatever it was.
That's still impressive.
Yeah, very impressive because you got it like a couple years ago, which is huge.
And she's still under 40.
And she's still under
for
40.
At least another
She
decade.
was one of our very first interviewees that we've ever had on our podcast back in the Zoom days.
Yes, hopefully our listeners remember Danielle. Yeah.
And Garrett's been on it.
Yep, Garrett's been on it for our wing contest.
But Danielle is a very, very important person here in the State Line area. She does a lot of things in the community. You see her all over the place working tirelessly to make sure that not a single soul in this area is not heard.
Hi, John. This is the longest I think we've gone without a peep out of this man right here.
Well, I'm just letting Josh
I know.
wing it on the fly here. Like Danielle, where do you work then? He's like telling how you are you like a superwoman?
She is. She is a superwoman.
Very kind.
She is. Every time I call Garrett, she's somewhere else doing this, doing that. She's on a Zoom call.
Kind of sounds
she's
like
helping
you.
like that. Yeah, except for she actually helps people. I don't.
Yes, you do.
That's a lie.
I'm just saying.
You have one of your 15 jobs is dealing with very beneficial information for other people.
Correct. But in the State Line area, we're talking about this.
And Josh just applied to work at Brown's Chicken over in McChesney Park as well. So
Wait.
I mean,
Brownstown Chicken?
Church's Chicken, sorry.
Church's Chicken. I was like, where?
Dude.
I was like, don't.
We'll get into the chicken raft here in a little bit.
Oh, there's a chicken war going on.
Huge chicken war, and I'm about it.
Wait, what was that place back in the day? Was it Brown's Chicken?
That was where the murder was, yes.
That place had amazing chicken, though.
Yes.
It wasn't.
So
chicken.
you brought me back when you said Brown's Chicken. I was like,
Well, I know because
what?
you're from that
And
area.
was it
happened.
really chicken?
Oh yeah, it was so good.
It was just one day that people came to open up, and the entire staff from the night before was found in the walk-in freezer, murdered.
Yeah, it was bad.
Crazy.
And that happened right in the Chicago suburbs.
Right where I lived.
Ukrainian village.
No, not Ukrainian village. In the suburbs.
Oh, close enough.
He only went to school in Ukrainian village.
Okay. But
Yeah,
back to our guest, Danielle.
Yes.
She is the director of
NAMI.
NAMI.
Northern
Well, I didn't know if
Illinois.
there's a word before NAMI. Yep, director of NAMI, Northern Illinois. And
What does NAMI stand
shameless
for?
plug, she has a huge golf outing coming up.
She does.
Yeah, June 2nd.
June 2nd.
What does NAMI stand for, Josh?
Yeah, I want to hear this.
NAMI, Northern Alliance of Mental Illness.
National.
National. Oh, I was close.
Northern. What do you think? This is a regional thing? Like people don't need help in the South?
They could be
Is
Sami.
it NAMI Rockford then or NAMI Northern Illinois?
Northern Illinois.
Okay.
NAMI, Northern Illinois. Northern.
So Danielle was a
The
mystery.
Northern Alliance of Northern Illinois.
Yeah. Only.
Danielle was a mystery guest today. because our other guest had a engagement that he couldn't make it anymore, which is fine because things happen. Trust me, we struggled really bad to figure out how we were going to make this episode and week happen, but we did. And we all thought about Danielle. And so I reached out, and I think it's a perfect time for her to talk about what all she does, because we are going from the winter blues to the summer happies, and it's a good time for Danielle to come on and talk.
Summer happies.
Summer happies.
It's almost Mental Health Month too, so perfect.
Is that
June,
May?
June.
May.
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 July?
No, not June. What? Never mind. We're gonna keep going. Sorry.
Well, this is airing actually on May 2nd, so it is Mental Health Month.
Perfect.
It
Yeah.
is. It is Mental Health Month.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, next
Oh
Friday.
yeah.
Because
I'm excited. I'm gonna be in Louisville, Kentucky when this airs.
doing
Yeah.
what?
Going to the Kentucky Derby.
You are going to the Derby?
Mm-hmm.
Who's all going?
Monica and I.
Just you two?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I got VIP tickets. We're going. We get to. So, we fly in Thursday night. We have 3-night stay accommodations. Friday, we have tickets to the Oaks in a suite overlooking the starting line, and then Friday night is the after party. That's like the official after party of the Derby. I have 2 tickets for Monica and I, and Shabuzi's performing for us.
There you go.
And then Saturday we have tickets for the Derby again in the box.
Wow.
Monica will be dancing on a table. She don't need a dance floor.
It's gonna be pretty epic. I'm pretty psyched. I have my Derby fit both days.
Bro, I need to see
You got
your
the white
I
pants?
need to see
You got the
your
white
derby
pants?
fit. Do you have? Yeah. Do you have?
I do
cream
have the
colored
white pants
Ooh.
Because
for Derby. So
I've got my derby fit, but I'm not going to your derby. I'm going to be, well, it already happened when this is on, but got invited once again to represent the Realtors at Dave Severson's Derby night here in Rockford, where we raise money and have fun and drink
and be merry.
Woodford, and good time. But last year, our horse won our derby.
nice.
So, and I have the little plastic thing to.
Oh,
prove it.
that was the night that.
That was the night you guys went to 3 different bars. I
Yes,
followed you,
and you
everywhere.
followed me
'Cause
around.
You kept texting me going, "Hey, we're here," and I'd get there and I'd be like, "Where are
RBIs.
you?" "Oh, we moved on."
here.
I'm like, what the? I said, "One more time, and I'm going home. I'm not even meeting you for a drink." This is why I don't go out after
You did
7 o'clock.
finally meet us though.
George
This is
doesn't
why
go
I don't
out.
go out after
George
7
doesn't go out past like 9 o'clock, or he only goes out past 9 o'clock.
Right, he goes out
Correct.
at 9 o'clock and winds up closing down the casino at 5.
No, like 1 or 2.
Then Denny's.
Denny's.
And then Denny's.
Denny's is where it ends. This is fact. But no,
But I day drink. I don't like going out after dark. It's too scary.
For the Oaks, I'm wearing the gray pants with a what are those hats called?
Fedora?
No, the one that goes straight forward and it kind of comes to a point.
Oh, like the old man
Yes.
golfer
Well,
hat.
yeah, it's
I forget what they call
it's
it.
a scally cap.
Yes. So I have a gray one of those to go with my gray pants and my pink polo that's got the 151 logo, the official Derby gear. And then for Derby Day, I'm wearing the white pants, white dress shirt, a blue vest with got orange little checkers on it. I mean, they're not colored in. It's just the lining. And then a blue and orange bow tie and an orange hat, fedora.
You guys should scroll pictures of your outfits like while you're describing this.
Well, I probably won't have it in time for this, but maybe for the next episode,
Okay.
I can get some Derby
shots.
the Derby shots.
So how did this trip come about? 'Cause have you always had this planned, or you just randomly
No,
was
I was invited by FanDuel.
oh, aren't you cool? So you really didn't have to pay for them.
No,
Well, he has paid. You don't get a free trip to the Derby for gambling $100.
yeah, we get to go. I'm excited.
No, that sounds awesome. Very jealous.
I'm excited for Shabuzi. He's on my bucket list of people to see.
It was funny when George told me they were doing this trip. He got these tickets. I was like, "You're taking Monica, right? Because if you're not, then I'm going."
Yeah, she was. Oh,
You would be moving out of this house
If I
if
didn't
you did
take her.
not
Yes.
take Monica to the Derby.
well, yeah, she's a big Derby fan. We're excited. Yeah, apparently the Oaks is pink. You're supposed to wear pink, so that's where that came from.
Awesome.
and then Derby day. I was struggling if I wanted to get a coat or
So
a
am I
vest.
going to see you with like a briefcase of money going and putting it like on a horse?
Ooh, that'd be funny.
Like on TV?
I should bring a briefcase and bring like $100. Here you go.
Like open the briefcase
All singles.
and take out $100 in singles. I'd like to put this all to win.
Because you know how sometimes they show like big time people like taking their money and
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
it on the horse.
I'm excited to see
You
who's going to be in
you
our
need
box.
to
though.
do stuff like that.
Supposedly all celebrities or athletes that were. I mean, that's what the invite says. Rubbing elbows with athletes and celebrities.
Well, send clips to Josh so everybody that watches can see this on the TikTok.
So you just gonna go as Machina?
Yeah, it's what I am.
Sweet.
Wait till the machine sees them.
The machine.
They're gonna get into a fight.
Oh, I bet he's going to be there.
That'd be wild
that's-
if Bert was in your box. The machine and Machina.
Oh, I would have
Together?
to take a selfie of that. And that would
Would you
have to-
would take it with your shirt on or shirt off?
off?
You'd have to
100%.
take your shirt off. Yeah,
I would. Well, if they allow me, there's proper etiquette.
I
don't wanna get
guarantee
kicked
he'd
out.
be there with no. He'll have a bow tie and no shirt.
Oh, I would die if he was there. That would be hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Cool. All right. So sorry. Enough about
you.
Yeah.
It's all about Danielle today.
Is that what you're doing for yourself for Mental Health Month? Taking care of yourself? The Derby?
I guess. But Mental Health Month, I definitely self-care is now a routine that I did not do prior to going to this place in Arizona. So one of the things I took away from this spa, so they know, you don't know, I found this spa in Arizona, and it's a self-care, like self-help place where you're supposed to go. They take your phones. You're not allowed to use cell phones, no tech. And they have classes from like 5 a.m.
Josh would lose it.
It's no.
They have classes from like
Danielle,
5.
it's called rehab.
No, it's not rehab. It's not.
George went to rehab.
No.
In Arizona.
It's a spa.
It is. It's a spa. They have
That's where he met the machine.
anyways, but yeah, so I went to this place last October with a bunch of guys in my group. We were the only men there, oddly enough, but it was a lot of eye-opening stuff about making sure you take care of yourself. And so the one thing I did is now I have set scheduled self-care, massage, everything that I don't break.
What were the classes about?
Well, I don't know if so one of them was a sex class.
And you were the only guys there. Huh?
Yes, we were the only guys there. No, they have like
They did restore him and Monica's relationship.
they had one that was like a pendulum thing where you were supposed to hold this pendulum and then it like moves based on your mind. Weird stuff. They had people that were fortune tellers. If you wanted, I did not partake in that. I do not want to know.
That's your heritage. You don't talk to gypsies.
They had they have a spa, so you can get every kind of massage under the sun.
Josh's wheels and
Stone and all these like hot stone and reflex, this, that, 75, 90 minutes. They had the sex class was it was basically teaching you about intimacy and with your partner and how to get on the same level and understanding what type of partner you have and stuff like that. They had like food classes where what to eat to get your body right and to how to find the toxins that your body rejects and all these kinds of things. They have all these exercise stuff, whether it's HIIT classes, aerobics, water aerobics, yoga, intro to all that, pickleball. They have pickleball courts. You can go on hikes. You can go bike rides. It's in the mountains. And it's all you can eat. It's all inclusive. They have a restaurant, they have a cafe, and then they have this bar that's got like bar style food, but it's all high end, delicious. I mean, we're talking fillets every night if you want, whatever. And then they have like a juice bar where they have a whole bunch of juices. What do they call those? The smoothies, any kind of smoothie you want. They got sandwiches on the go. But no cell phones allowed anywhere on the place. The only place is in your room. So you got to basically leave your phone in your room. They had several swimming pools all over the property. And then you get $175 a night to spend on whatever you want, whether it's the spa or some of the classes cost money, like they had a cooking class. And then you just do your week and you fill your day with whatever you want. You could start with like an early exercise class, take some informative classes. You schedule your dinners out, you make appointments. Pretty much everybody walks around in swimming stuff or robes. So people come to dinner in robes. They're just everybody's relaxed
It's just
and
kind
super chill.
of reconnecting with yourself.
Yes.
Almost. Yeah.
Yes. It is spectacular. Hands down, I recommend it for everybody in this world. If you go there, it'll change you 100%.
I like that because I feel like a lot of people think self-care is like bubble baths, right? But like it comes with education. It comes with
Yeah.
making
That's what this place is all
tough
about.
decisions for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I sent my wife, that was her Christmas gift, and she just went with her sister-in-law. That was their Christmas gift from my brother-in-law and I. And they came back also changed. And they're like, we want to go. This is all we want for Christmas ever. Just send us once a year to reconnect. That would be incredible. And I said, all right, it's in. I'm going back in October this year as well. But I recommend it. It's called Miraval. Mirival. Miraval. And they have several locations. They have one up in like Connecticut. Miraval. Miraval. It sounds like Marival, but it's Miraval.
Like Marvel.
And then they have one in Arizona, one in, I think, Texas, and then they're one up in like the Northeast, Connecticut or something like that. And then they have one in like Abu Dhabi.
Oh, that'd be a cool one to go to.
There's 4. They're amazing. They're not cheap. It's definitely, I want to say, I did it on points, which was 70,000 points per night, but normally they're like $1,500 a night. It's definitely not a cheap place to go. But if you can afford it or save up Chase points or Hyatt points, I should say, it's part of the Hyatt network. Best place ever.
What do you think people can do here without money to reconnect with themselves like that?
Ooh, definitely. I take it back to the thing that I learned at a seminar I once went to, where every day, and I told you guys this last episode, we talked about it. Every day for 5 minutes, no matter what you do, set a timer for 5 minutes, close your eyes, and just sit. No, you may fall asleep, your timer will wake you up, but keep your eyes closed and just sit. And it could be in your car, it could be in your bed, it could be on the couch, anywhere. Just for 5 minutes, time it, and whatever you're thinking, whatever you're doing, it just gives you a reset every day. It's a small thing, but it works.
Meditating?
Yeah. Essentially.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty awesome thing to do. And I live by it. That's my one thing that I've taken from a seminar that was back when I was at the credit union. We went to Arizona for the mortgage seminar. And I'm the only one that joined the group. And by joining, we had an extra day of sessions where everybody else partied. I said, no, I came here to learn. And I went, did the extra sessions, and they had a guy that came and he taught us 3 things to do. And the one sticks with me to this day. So that's something you could do that doesn't cost anything.
What about you two?
I'm really bad at it.
Now I'm interviewing you.
Yeah, now I know it's all been turned around.
Hey,
No.
you like it.
No, I'm really bad at it just because I'm always on the go. I always do something. But my thing in the summertime is golf league. So I use our Monday nights to kind of escape and just play golf, hang out with the buds, have a couple drinks, not really worry about anything. But other than that, not much, man.
No, like what George was saying about that. So a few years back, I do sun salutation yoga every day. That just keeps me focused and gets my mind going. My body stays moving. Meditating, 5 minutes. I do the same thing. I just set an alarm, sit comfortably, close your eyes. And for me, it's clearing my mind completely. So it's, just counting your breath.
It's crazy how short 5 minutes is, but how long it is.
Oh, 5 minutes takes forever.
Yeah, it is.
So, but then it's the self-care stuff. So I try to, because I am super busy all the time. The first hour of the morning when I get up, it's coffee, nothing, all of this is on do not disturb still. And just, I want 1 hour, nobody bug me. Just let me get myself set for the day. I'm learning to be more attentive than reactive. So shutting my phone off regularly is becoming a good thing. I'm just saying,
Time blocking.
It's helping. Time blocking.
If you 100%, like that's another thing I learned in Arizona, time blocking. So not everything is uber important to do right now.
No.
So I know now, I came back from Nashville. I had my business trip last week, came home Thursday, and the kids were off school Thursday, Friday, Monday. And I said, this is family weekend. And no matter what it was, I didn't do any betting for people. I didn't respond to, I said, hey, I'll talk to you Tuesday. And that was it. And we spent the weekend getting a lot of stuff done. We cleaned out a closet, got stuff ready for a garage sale, grocery shopped, cooked. I barbecued twice, and just had a great weekend. And we did a Saturday night or Sunday night. No, Saturday night. We were all, it was like 6:00 and there's nothing to do. So we literally put a movie on and all four of us were laying on the couch, just chilling. And that's awesome. Like you don't get that very often, especially with how busy our lives are. And the former me would be on the computer doing something, betting, getting
while you're sitting
while
there.
I'm sitting there.
Right.
And I'm not really there. So that was a big takeaway for me that I learned. And it's the time blocking and just when you're on, when you're off, you're off.
One thing I learned a long time ago was you're never going to be able to give equal time to everything, but whenever you're giving time to something, you have to give it 100%. So, like how me and Venice, how I have that non-negotiable. I take 1 day off a week, doesn't matter what it is, and we go do something.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what it is. You need that time to connect with your other person, to connect with your family, notes of appreciation, like just let people know how you feel and what's going on. Never respect anything in response. But giving that time. So if I get 10 minutes with my daughter just to go get a coffee, she gets 100% of that 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And started doing that years ago and it's actually pays off. But how about you? What do you do?
So you guys are just learning to be present. Is that what?
Well, that's the biggest key,
Yeah.
because for us, I don't know about these guys. I just say it for me. Like, it's been beating my head to being the oldest guy in the group, like from that generation where it's like, you go to work, you provide, you put up with whatever you got to put up with, you do everything you got to do, you give everybody everything they can, and don't worry about yourself. So
Story of my life.
it's making that change to say, I'm just as important. Like, I still have to provide and I still have to do all that other stuff, but don't be afraid to say, like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm having a hard time. I'm having an issue, because that's why there's so many guys in their 50s that are now, taking their own lives, or they just go off the deep end. They call it the midlife crisis. They don't know what to do anymore. Next thing you know, they just blow up their whole family. You know what I mean? That's not what you want to do. You got to find steps to say, hey, I'm not doing well here. And you got to see the signs when you're depressed and not be afraid to ask for help. That's the key, I think.
Definitely. I would say it took me a really long time at work. I've been with NAMI almost 9 years, which I don't know how that happened at all. But because I like to help people all the time, I had to really take a step backwards to be like, I need some help here. And like, I can't do this by myself. And, I need to step away at times and take a break, because I can't always be on.
Oh.
Yeah, it's hard. It's so easy to fall in that trap.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but our time, when I first started working as an adult, we didn't have cell phones. You had maybe a pager. I had a AT&T universal phone card. So I'd be in the car out doing sales. So I was outside salesperson from 18 to like 24. And the pager would go off and you'd look for a payphone. You'd call the office. But it wasn't instant where people got you right away and they could text you then. Like the worst thing that happened in the world was texting becoming free.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it used to be 10 cents a text.
Yeah.
So people didn't text.
Or free text after 9.
Yes.
Free text after 9.
Well, it was free long distance after like 8
Was
o'clock
it
at night.
free nights and weekends?
Yeah.
After 9.
But oh, wow.
Oh.
Can you hear it? Okay, we're back.
Who was
What, you?
You,
What'd you do?
You hit the table and everything went out for a second.
That's okay. Don't hit the table.
I'm tight.
Okay, just don't
All right.
hit the table.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. What'd you do?
Is all this?
That's all connected. I checked them all when I connected them.
All right. No, let's just not touch the table.
It's a seance.
Hands up.
All right, everybody hold hands. So, all right.
Speaking of meditation, here we go.
What I want to ask the question though, like NAMI. So, what is the role of NAMI, and then what kind of tools do you have to, like, if somebody feels they need help, like, do you help them at NAMI, or do you guide them to places that they can get help? Explain.
I would say both. Are you guys familiar with? I mean, I feel like we've talked about this the first time I was here a little bit, but
Right, but nobody was watching us back then, so
I don't believe that. So NAMI was started by two moms. They both had adult children living with schizophrenia in Madison. Late 70s. There was little support, few resources. I mean, people are still blamed for having that illness. I feel like we've come a long way on talking about different diagnoses and stuff, but I feel like schizophrenia is still one of those that is a little misunderstood, right? So it really started as this big family support system. So then it has grown over the last 45 years to like peer individual support as well. So when someone calls NAMI, you know, it started as a bunch of support groups, and then it grew into educating loved ones, educating individuals how to take care of themselves, so their own wellness plan, how to communicate with your family member, how to be their advocate. And then it's grown even further to our affiliate. Each affiliate offers its own things, really. We have some people that are in a case manager role, so they're mental health advocates navigating people through the system that doesn't make any sense to them. So while we don't do clinical services, we do, walk hand in hand with people that need it.
okay. But you help guide them into the direction they need. So, which Crusader Clinic does a lot with mental health. I know that. They helped my daughter out a lot a few years back. So, I totally get it. And you talk about what can you do locally. My wife, she does long walks every day. That's like her therapy. So, I always warn her to bring pepper spray with her because she goes off into the trails.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which, like yesterday, I saw a coyote right by where one of the spots she walks. I'm like, be careful while you're out walking today. She's like, well, unless it's in our living room because I'm staying home today. The weather's not up for walking.
That's funny.
But walks every day, and has said that's been a major improvement to her mental health. It just lets her decompress and kind of get out in nature.
I feel like it's such a spectrum too. Like another thing that we do is public policy and like local programming. Like how do we make it better for people on the very serious end that maybe don't know that they're ill, and on the other end where people are still functioning day to day but still need that outside help.
100%.
So, and then you guys run all on pretty much grants and donated money. So
Yeah.
I know you do multiple fundraisers. What's your big fundraiser coming up? And then you have the golf outing, which what Josh mentioned as well.
So the golf outing actually is our biggest fundraiser. It's Mulligans for mental illness on June 2nd at Forest Hills Country Club. It's always a really fun day. It's everyone's favorite day to volunteer.
It's a lot of fun.
Well, didn't we did a live episode
Yeah.
We did.
from the golf course a couple years back.
We did.
And you're coming back, right? I'm going to put you all on the spot right now.
It's at June 2nd.
Yeah.
Well, George is probably traveling.
I actually am here.
Ooh.
We could
Wait, what do we have? I do have something, but I think it's
I
the
am
weekend after.
sponsoring the hole-in-one insurance.
Thank you.
And so I would like to play in it this year. And so
Your mom's playing.
I know she is. Yep. There's a lot of people that we play.
Oh, it's Monday.
It
Monday.
is a Monday.
I will not be here. I'm in Washington, D.C. that week.
Unbelievable.
I'm sorry. I am. I'm sorry. I actually have to leave on May 31st, which is my 28th wedding anniversary, to fly to D.C. to be there until Thursday. And I was like, why is June 2nd? I don't get back until very late on the 5th of June.
I forgive you.
Okay, thank you. Well, my wife forgives me because I'm missing like our anniversary. So
Yeah. I should be around. We'll see.
We'll get it figured out.
Depending on, well, yeah, we'll have to see because Monica's still working. Because I think
She is. Till that Friday.
She works
And-
until the end of that week, but
okay,
your
but the
kids,
kids
are out
are-
early
yeah.
because they get done around Memorial Day.
they get done before Memorial Day. So we'll see. I may be daycare. I mean, I may have to watch my own children.
You may have to.
I got to rephrase that.
So if you have kids that are out of school, George will be here. And
No.
they have
It's
to-
called
No.
It's called
Machina Daycare.
Machina Daycare.
No, there's no such
$20 a day.
It does
There's
not
a beautiful
exist.
park across the street. He could
Yeah,
take you to.
yeah.
$20 a day.
That's not nearly enough to do it. What in the world? I don't get it.
I'm
I don't
not
know.
touching anything.
Somebody's loose, and we're gonna find out when we're done with this
Oh, we
episode.
know who's loose.
It's always me.
It's always Josh. Josh is loose.
Do you guys do any other fundraisers throughout the year?
Yeah, but they're a little bit smaller. So we do our like sand volleyball one near October. We have a lot of different awareness activities going on though, which are free to the public and kind of give that education and support as well. So in May we have our annual Building Bridges event. It's going to be May 21st this year. We're bringing in Jamie Twerkowski. Are you guys familiar with Jamie? He created the brand To Write Love on Her Arms, which was very big when we were growing up. I feel like trying to make NAMI emo again. We brought Brandon Novak last year, and it was a really great turnout. But just kind of everyone sharing their stories because I feel like everyone's story, offers strength to someone different. So
Sure.
Telling your story always helps not only yourself, right? Because telling your story helps a lot, just getting it out there, but also someone else that you're just not expecting to help. You might say something that resonates with them and just might help them get through that little bit extra help that they need to to see the other side a little bit.
for sure. And then at that event, there's like over 40 organizations there to like offer their resources, just introduce themselves to the public to let people know that they're there when they need them.
Is there a website or something that people could go to get more information on all this stuff?
Yep. NAMI Northern Illinois.org.
All right. And I just ask these things so I can make sure everything's written up properly.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
What
Right.
do you think we need in our town to help out people in need that we don't necessarily have?
That's a loaded question. I would say more education, which I feel like everyone is working on. But I think that making people understand that if someone doesn't want the help or doesn't know they need the help, it's really hard to force someone to get the care that they need. And it takes a toll on everybody. But I feel like just humanizing mental illness for what it is, right? We can't force someone to get treatment for anything, let alone their mental health. But also, I think we deserve more inpatient beds and residential care. Supported housing is huge for a lot of different
Because
reasons.
do we have any supported housing?
Some, but
Is
not.
it just at the hospitals?
No, there are some organizations that offer it, but
Well, I know like Swedes has their whole ward where, I mean, if somebody's in crisis, you can bring them there. Outpatient, inpatient, they do
So
both.
does I forget which hospital downtown. Is it Swedes?
It's Swedes.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I've had to take somebody there.
Swedes is the only one here though that has the psych ward.
That's pretty
Right.
sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Swedes is the only hospital in town that has the psych ward.
It's pretty sad.
And I feel like there's just a lot of red tape for people going in and out of different organizations. So I feel like lessening that. people
And the
working-
one great thing about Swedes though with their help ward there is they don't care about insurance. They don't care about any of that. They just want to get you in and get you the help you need right away. So I mean that's something too. So because a lot of people don't want to get treatment because they're like, I can't afford treatment. They might know they need treatment, but they can't afford it. There are places you can go to get help that's not gonna ask you to pay up front or put you in debt forever because you're getting the help you need.
Sure.
It's just sad though because I feel like we have a ton of resources here, but again on that spectrum, maybe for like the more seriously ill, we have fewer resources. And again, it comes down to like, does someone want help, or is someone being forced to get that help?
Gotcha.
So on those places like Swedes, do they only take like serious situations, or
I mean, they all have their criteria.
They assess.
Who
they
they
assess?
Yeah, if I'm correct, it's like a big, almost like a doctor's office. You walk in and there's seating and then there's rooms, and they literally will take you in and assess.
Yep.
Before.
It's a secure area though.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I've gone through the whole process with someone. And
I just get
yes.
I get nervous sometimes that people that are asking for help can't get the help they need because they're not as serious as someone else, right? Because I feel like mental illness, like if you're willing to get help, you should be able to get the help you need, regardless of how serious or not serious it is. Because something that's not as serious that we think could turn into something more serious down the road when we could have helped them from the beginning.
Right, and you want to be able to help them right when they're asking for it, not pushing
Correct.
it off. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of times, even in our spectrum of things, of the, my camp job and stuff, there's a lot of people that don't get the help because they say, well, I'll be okay, or it's not as serious as, this person or that person. And when they do ask for help, they just get kind of pushed away and put off to the side when they're actually asking for help because they feel like they need the help instead of not. You know what I mean? I just feel like too many times we're just getting pushed to the side because we're not in life or death, situations.
And maybe the capacity that they have right now is only for like crises.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
So I just wish there was more.
I
wish there was more.
Yeah.
Wish there was more resources for the average person that needs help to help them and not make situations worse.
There's always. I mean, are you guys familiar with 988? So like they're changing from 911 to 988 for mental health crises. Or
I never heard of that. No.
So it's the suicide prevention hotline. Changed their number to 3 digits, so it's easier for people to remember when they're going through something. And it's for any sort of mental health crisis, not just suicide prevention. And like families are able to call to kind of walk their loved one through what they're going through.
Did not know that.
And
Didn't either.
There's warm lines throughout the state of Illinois too. During the day, you can call for up to 30 minutes a day just to get that peer support. You can call NAMI for the peer support too. Again, sometimes it's just someone to talk to.
Well, that is one thing like I really loved about when I switched companies to be at the place I'm at now, Epic. I know you're going to start making fun again.
Epic.
Yeah,
Epic.
Here we go. Now they're lighting up the mood again. But that's one of our benefits as an agent is we get mental health professionals like Zoom call or telephone call as much as we want, no matter what, because it is hard being, you're self-employed, you're running a rat race, you have no one you could talk to. So they want to give us the help we need to be able to deal with those issues. And then we also combine that with our teledocs. So then if the mental health professional feels we need medication for something or something like that, they work with our teledocs then to get us that medication we need.
That's wonderful.
So, I mean, not all real estate companies do that. That was one benefit, one reason I came here, because I have multiple people in my house, including myself, that need to talk to somebody once in a while.
Yeah.
So
That's huge.
Yeah.
Because I think your profession is not talked about enough, because when you're self-employed and you have a family and you're not producing, and we're in a market that we're in now, like
it's a struggle.
It's very easy for somebody to slip down a dark path.
98% of all realtors nationwide have not sold one property yet this year.
See, that's outrageous.
Yeah, and we're going into May.
See, I feel like it's very easy being, partially self-employed myself to kind of slip into a darker place.
No.
Because you're struggling financially, which is putting a burden on your family, which is, so I'm really glad EPQ can provide. They can provide those things, and
it's Epic. It's French.
Epic. And Kids Above All does too.
That's Italian.
We are able to.
Sorry.
We're able to have multiple sessions with a licensed therapist if anything's going on. So it's really nice because not every company offers that at all.
But they should.
They should.
Well, no, there should be, because I mean, think about a lot of it. Even if you're employed somewhere, that should be a benefit regardless, because you spend more time at your workplace dealing with other stuff than you do with your own families. I mean, when we think about how the U.S. system of work is, you know, you're spending a couple hours commuting, 8 to 10 hours working, you know, 8 hours sleeping. How much time do you actually have with the family each week?
In between 5 and 8 p.m.
Right.
You get 3. I get 3 hours.
And
with my
if
kids.
you have young kids, they're going to sleep early. And as you get older kids, then they're off working, dating, having fun, doing their own things.
Yep.
So you get even less time.
I feel like going back to what you said, it's all like interconnected, holistic health. I mean, it all impacts the other. So why aren't we
Preaching that.
enforcing people to like take care of each part of their body, right? Your brain. Your brain is your health too.
I agree. I think that, I mean, that we can really go down the rabbit hole on this whole right, left,
Well,
the gun violence and all that. But no. I think that number one thing that us as Americans need is to take care of the brain.
right. And we need to take care of it in a way that's not the way we typically do it, because it's way too easy for us. I know, because like my parents' generation and even my grandparents' generation, they didn't talk about mental health at all. They turned to a bottle of whiskey. They turned to alcohol. Then
And too many people still do.
And certain drugs then become available. And the drug epidemic is not so much because people just like to do drugs, but sometimes people just trying to numb
The pain.
the pain they're going through. And it's
That's-
that
that
thin
is,
line
to
between
me-
alcoholism and a social drink the way we would drink, or between a full-blown drug addiction and recreational marijuana. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like there's full differences in that, and it's not getting the help you need to know and see the signs for the difference.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest crisis that we have as Americans is people were not doing enough in that space. More than anything. I mean, I think, like you said, it starts there. You educate the brain and you take care of your brain. You'll see how it changes every part of your life.
Well, and the help is here locally. So if you're looking for a way, like people that are watching this or listening to this right now, if you're looking for a way to actually be a change, I mean, just going to NAMINorthernIllinois.org, seeing where you could volunteer, what volunteer opportunities you have, seeing what type of monetary donation you could have. Remember, donating locally, the money stays locally. You could go to large organizations and donate, but I always say look for something local. That's why I'm a big member at the Rockford Cosmopolitan Club. I know you're a Rockford Cosmo. A lot of our friends are. We raise a lot of money every year, and I know NAMI's on the grant list each year. I mean, we give money to all these different organizations throughout the year locally to help people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to make a change, that's what you got to do. You got to find something that you're passionate about, get involved, like Josh with his 15th job. Right? You find something you're passionate about, and get involved.
You're correct.
Yeah. Anywho.
All
Great episode.
right. So now the biggest question is, so
Wait.
peanut M&Ms.
No.
Remember we used to do that? All
Yeah,
the time?
that was our icebreaker.
No, I was gonna say something about like with Garrett, but I don't want to mess with him. You know Garrett better, so you can mess with him.
It was so funny. You want to hear funny? We went golfing. Yeah, we went golfing last Friday.
Like I ran into him at March Madness at Louis a few weeks back, but that's about it. And I heard Josh was sending naked pictures.
What?
Surprised me at all.
No, so we were golfing Friday and we're on the 18th hole, and my buddy Lampole was riding with Garrett, and Lampole just goes, and Lampole's marrying Mr. Day's daughter, Garrett's golf coach from high school. Okay, and he goes, so Garrett, when's their income? And he just goes, Zach, shut the bleep up. And it was funny. It was just a really quick-witted moment, and it made me laugh. But he'll come around.
We're good.
We're good.
Zach, shut the...
Yep.
Shut the front door.
Saying, guys, you gotta stop doing that. All right, that's none of your business when the ring comes or any of
Hey.
that stuff.
That's true.
But it's not us. There's a lot of people. I don't ever bring it up anymore.
I know. No, believe me, because I'll just give a story. So many, many decades ago when I met Venice, and like we went from meeting to dating to living together to engage like in a matter of months. Right. And my friends, which I'm still friends with these people since we were like 5 years old, like there was a bet going on how long the marriage is going to last, that kind of stuff. That's just as bad as saying like, well, when is it going to happen? What are you doing?
You guys have been
So
married for like 50 years.
it's 28 years on May 31st. I know.
What'd you get married at 50?
They got married in 1927.
1927. Hey, so I'll end
I'm
this
not the one that
episode.
needs the just for gray in the beard, you know?
Me?
Yeah.
I know. Hey, I embrace it. I'm not afraid of a little
There you
gray.
go.
I'll end our episode with a joke an 11-year-old joke. It's pretty funny. Did you know that guys have 3 knees? Right knee, left knee, and a weenie.
Did your daughter tell you that?
Yes. The whole house laughed. It's a good one.
Oh my goodness.
On that note, I want to thank you for being our guest today. Impromptu guest that, albeit, but probably one of the deepest episodes we'll have this season.
Oh, yeah.
And very educational. And I hope us having this discussion helps somebody. That would be tremendous.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's a good number to reach if someone is in need besides 988?
815-963-2470. And I'm at extension 4 if that helps.
Danielle's at extension 4.
That's a great number.
So
That's
if
my lucky
anyone's
number.
listening and you are in need or you know someone that is in need, reach out. Danielle's always there to listen. She's a great individual. And if it's super dire, call 988.
Yes. So do all the YouTube-y things, like, share, subscribe. For more information on NAMI Northern Illinois, go to NAMINorthernIllinois.org. Dial 988 if you have an emergency with mental health or suicide prevention. And that's all I got for you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks for our finale. Season finale.
It's over already.
Yep.